Hey everybody, welcome back. It is Unit 8 time, which means that we are less than a full week away from the end of Term 6. This is a hugely important time and reminder that because the course ends this week, everything, especially late work, but really everything needs to be submitted by the end of Friday rather than Sunday. So everything is moved up a little bit this week. Because of that, you are only required to respond to one additional person on the discussion board this week. There are two discussions this week. One is graded and one is not. So there's a couple little pitfalls and things that I definitely want to walk you through and help you not to miss. So let's go ahead and take a look at the course. We do not have a workshop this week. We do not have a major writing assignment this week, which is why there is no workshop. But let's go to Unit 8, which is about reflection. So, for the readings and resources this week, as usual, you want to start there. We do have an article on journaling. You guys have been writing journals throughout the term, and a lot of you have expressed that you have really enjoyed it, that you've gotten a lot out of it. I do encourage you to continue journaling. It is a great reflective practice. And then we have um, a video on subjective and objective. And there is, we always talk about in academic writing how we want to maintain an objective tone, and wherever possible, we want to use facts over opinions. So that will be helpful there. There is a video about annotation, and annotation is one of the most effective ways that you can be active readers. And there are tools that allow you to annotate even something that you are reading using a web browser. I'm a big note taker as far as like physically writing notes, but there are programs, and many of them are free, that will allow you to annotate directly online. So check that out and keep thinking about how to improve your not only your writing skills, but your reading skills, because that's really they're tied together for sure. And then of course there's a final video starring none other than Mike Wachowski, which you cannot beat. For the assignments this week, you do have a discussion board, and this is the one that is graded. You'll notice it says Unit 8 discussion board. So that's how you know that's the graded one. And of course, the questions this week are: how has your confidence level in your writing skills changed over the last 8 weeks? How has your ability to write about different topics changed your perspectives on the world? And what have the journals you completed in the course taught you about the world and yourself? So you need to post your own response by Friday and one response to another also by Friday. If you post something on Saturday, you can get partial credit for it, but grades are due Sunday morning. So that's why everything is due on Friday in the final unit. Then you have a journal. As usual, of course, there's no wrong answers for the journal. You were introduced to digital literacy in Unit 7. Give one personal example of when you were a good digital citizen and one personal example of where you were confused or upset by something online. I cannot stress enough that these need to be things that you have actually experienced. These need to be personal stories with detail. Um, this is where AI is not very good at helping you write that kind of thing. So please take your time, write a good solid paragraph, 6 or more sentences, share personal experiences, and you will be good to go on the last journal assignment. And then, like I said, the final discussion, notice it doesn't say Unit 8. Final discussion is a course reflection, and it is not graded. But I really do encourage you to participate in this one. You don't have to respond to others, but you certainly can. And this one is about the course itself. So after having the opportunity to complete the course, what would you change and why, as far as like content and things of that nature? What topic particularly caught your interest, and what do you want to know more about? Last but not least, and this is honestly my favorite question, if you could share with the next class one piece of advice, what would it be? Please note, this, of course, pertains to the class, the materials, the flow, the organization, that sort of thing, the content of the course. And that is all you have to do this week. So it is a little bit less work. It is a little bit accelerated. Um, and one final reminder that if there is something from any of the previous weeks that you have not submitted, you must submit late work by Friday. No exceptions. Late work from previous units will not be counted on Saturday and certainly not on Sunday. So keep that in mind as you are navigating through this week. And I wish you the best of luck in term one, which will be here before we know it. So it's been great getting to know you guys. Take care. And if you have any questions this week, of course, don't hesitate to reach out.